All right, so I've been doing a bunch of testing with this RTX 5090 and iRacing and different sim racing titles. I had a couple people comment that it was useful. I mean, this is what I was kind of looking for when I was piecing all this together. So I'm trying to give some demonstrations. I know there's not a lot of GPU cards available out there, but this is really unique. I mean, this Samsung G9 is essentially 8K, 240 hertz. So I mean, it's really taxing on a GPU and CPU. And what I'm finding about iRacing in particularly is that it definitely has like a CPU bottleneck. You can even see it in purple right there. I mean, 84 frames per second. Don't get me wrong, I have everything completely maxed out from 3D grass, everything. You wouldn't need to do that. You could pick up that FPS pretty easily, turn in a few things off that aren't necessary. But I want to see it maxed out. I want to show you guys what it's like maxed out. So Portland International Raceway, brand new track for the season. I assume that it's going to have the most detail. It's fresh, tons of stands, everything. So should be a good opportunity to go out there, show you guys the performance, and you let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. So let's go out to the grid, see what kind of FPS we're getting there, and I'm just going to try to kind of keep up to the AI. I put myself in the middle, just kind of like I was doing before. And it's kind of funny. I'm getting like this little click from iRacing. I don't know if that's when it's switching views or what. I've never had that before. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but we'll go ahead and get out there.
P14, 10 minutes. You'll need to get on with this.
All right, 70s on the grid.
Okay.
So definitely,
okay, get ready.
You can even see the CPU, which is the R, is in the orange. So there's your bottleneck. It just can't utilize all the cores. I've heard that the AMD performs a little better. I don't know what it is about the AMD that allows this engine to unlock more capability. Fair warning, I just got this track. I took a couple laps just to kind of test it out. It's tight, and I think I have the AI turned up to like 85. It's the new AI. It's supposed to kind of learn, so it's kind of fun to mess with it and see what it's like. Mustang GT3s. This is a tough corner right here on cold tires. It's very flat track. So what are we at, 80s for the most part now that we're going? Every time I look up there, I feel like I'm gonna lose a position. All right, there's 90s. I mean, this is totally playable. You guys will have to let me know what you think, but I was reading some blogs, and I'll try to talk and drive here the best I can, about people saying that they don't want to turn the shadows on even if their PC can handle it because it messes up their braking points and some different things. Yeah, I really botched that. And I mean, you're going to have all that in real life, but I get it. If you're competing and that's something that anybody can turn off and it's a benefit, then people are going to do that, right? Oh, see, I got you back, buddy. A little late break there. Man, that corner right there is tough. It takes some time to improve and master that. So 70s to 80s. I always miss shifts and can't drive when I'm looking up there in the corner. I do really like this Simucube active pedal, the brake pedal. I can just tell right away when I'm getting into that brake a little too hard, and it gives me that ABS feedback. It's just really awesome to have that feedback. Expensive pedal, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the new option, I don't have the Pro model, or no, mine is the Pro, which is the less expensive. And everything I heard from all the reviews out there were some great reviews, is that you don't need the other one because all it is essentially more pressure, and you really don't need that much pressure. There we go, I got into that one a little smoother. Tires are getting warmed up. I feel like this is an 80 to 90 FPS track though from what I'm seeing. Oh, was he going for the defending line? I mean, that's kind of cool to see. So the AI really didn't work out for him though, did it? I really do like my LED indicators for having traffic. Oh. He did a great job there, and I lost my groove talking. See if I can get it back. They have, you know, the new 3D curving models and everything, which I can really feel not only through the force feedback, but also through the butt kickers. I have a Pro up front and a Plus under the seat. And I just kind of adjust them to what I think is not too much. You know, you don't want them to kind of muddy each other out. I mean, this doesn't even have the upgraded lighting and clouds and everything. A little bit of lighting, I think, but like the clouds they were showing and the release notes that it's coming. I don't think you need to go to first there. Kind of using it for engine braking, but so now we're getting up closer to 100. Now the field's, you know, gapping out. I really do think that the mirrors are very taxing, and I have a very wide, like 100, you know, field of view and the digital rear view. Got to remember to utilize that trail braking. This is a fun track though, for being like a smaller. I mean, this is municipality owned, I want to say. I keep missing the line there. You're supposed to take that wide.
E14.
Just don't need to downshift as much as I am in a lot of these corners. Then I wouldn't have to short shift. I feel like I first worked out there, 92. I will say that I appreciate the 4K. Maxed out settings. I do have sharpness on. If you want to see the settings, check out, I think it's the last, I don't need to go to third there, the last video I did on iRacing. Shot that, of course. I show all the settings, but it's basically maxed everything, right? I will tell you that this 5090, even with an amazing case that I have, the NXT Flow, I'll put all the specs of everything in the description, but it, along with the 14900, which I'm sure is putting off a lot of the heat, it gets hot in this room now. It did not get this warm before. Go wide, go wide. I tell myself, you don't know a track. It's just
hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
Yeah, hold your nerve. Try talking and looking up in the corner. I wrecked it. 90 is pretty consistent now, though. So, I mean, this is very playable. I think anything close to 100. So if it's just on the grid, for the most part, you're not going to have an issue. I think until they get a new engine, though, which gives you more CPU unlocking of cores, that you're going to have an issue, period. It's a bottleneck. It's not a big deal. Check out my Le Mans Ultimate video, though. That's the one before this. Obviously, that engine's taking advantage of everything because I was getting unbelievable frames per second with everything completely max, and their tracks and everything are very detailed. There's tons of stuff going on, like out at Spa with all the LED green boards and, you know, world detailed distances. I always want to go inside there instead of using the double apex, and it's a bad move on my part. Really have to get the lines down in this track. I'm botching them. At least I didn't go to first there because I don't think it's necessary. Fun track though. So municipality owned. I was reading that. You don't hear or see much of that anymore.
The cam's now 0.8.
You really have to nail this. Right as I'm saying it. Just inside of where I was, I feel like it's a really fast line if you can carry your momentum. I mean, it's handling it just fine. So it's a balance of what you like for quality. Almost tapped him. But I feel like I pushed it and I gained some time. Yeah, the AI at 85%. I couldn't imagine even trying at 100, at least for my level of driving. Trying some different lines just to keep up, see if I can. I got 2 minutes to try to take a position. Nope. You push it wide, and I thought I had it. What am I in? 14th, so half pack. It's pretty fast for me. I got a little early on the throttle there, and that's where I was losing that corner a couple times. I mean, down the straight with all the stands and everything, now we're getting close to 90. The cars have a major impact with the shadows on, I think. It's the combination of all that.
Clear.
See, he takes the better line. I'm trying to outbrake him, but... Oh. Probably shifting too much too, just excited trying to do something.
Right side. Still there.
Hey, 0x. I just took two positions for a 0x. I'm in on that. I mean, it was a little aggressive, but I really do like the shadows, though. It's real life with the sun. You can come in here hot to gain time, but you just gotta really try to be careful. I didn't know if that guy was on the track or not. White flag. What are we gonna get? 12th maybe if we can hold on to it?
V12. White flag, one wall out. Your lap time was 1:13.92.
I don't feel like I gain a whole lot with that very loose late braking there. It's funny, I feel like I was almost driving a lot faster following somebody to help me kind of remember the track. Some of these are just a lot slower than you think. Like I went down to first that time. That was pretty bad. It wasn't smooth at all. I mean, no issues running this wide open. And it looks really, really nice. I mean, it does. Ooh, that guy's off the track. Thought he was going to give me a opportunity there.
Angelo is in composition.
There we go. That's it. You guys will have to let me know what you think. 10-minute race. Max settings at Portland International Raceway.
V12. Okay, we're done.
It was a good test. You know, have to let me know what you think.